Hello again, guys. Thank you for watching my videos. It's really meant a lot to me that you make the food and comment on it and keep encouraging me to do more. So yeah, I wanted to say really thank you. It means a lot. Okay, for today I have decided to make a bean stew. It's extremely easy to make and it's a nostalgic one for me because my nan used to make this when I was very young. She would make it when our families would come together and the adults and the grown-ups would sit down and have drinks, and she would always prepare the dips for the drinks herself. And one of the dips that she would make was this bean stew. And I remember as a child, I just always, whenever I went to her house, that was the first thing I do. I like run over and try some of this bean stew that she'd made. It's packed full of flavors. It's extremely easy to make. It's full of protein, vitamin B, fiber. It's good for your cholesterol, and you really can't go wrong with it. It's extremely easy, and I've decided to add a salad on the side with bulgur wheat and quinoa. You can use couscous or rice. I'm not a big fan of rice, so I always kind of substitute for something else. Bulgur wheat, spring onion, spinach. That's basically the salad that you can have as an accompaniment to your dish, or you can just make the dish, which, as you can see, has minimal ingredients. You just have beans, turmeric, onion, and tomato puree. Now with the beans, just so that they're easier to cook and for the sake of anyone who lives with you, soak them overnight. If you soak them to make them come back to life and soften, it's gonna not cook. It's gonna not be as soft when you cook it, and it's gonna give you tummy problems. So yeah, you don't want that happening. So yeah, let's get cooking and see how easy this is.
Fairy tales can come true. They can happen to you if you're young at heart. For it's hard, you will find, to be narrow of mind if you're young at heart. You can go to extremes and impossible schemes. You can laugh when your dreams fall apart at the seams, and life gets more exciting with each passing day. And love is either in your heart or on its way. Don't you know that it's worth every treasure on earth to be young at heart? For as rich as you are, it's much better by far to be young at heart. And if you should survive to 105, look at all you'll derive out of being alive. And this is the best part: you have a head start if you are among the very young at heart.
Here we go. We have a really lovely dish. I put some of the bean on top of my salad because I think it just kind of goes really well together. Just a few pointers. If you see that your water is running out in your pan and your beans are still not as soft as you like them to be, add more water, it doesn't matter, and just keep adding water and let it reduce until your beans are soft. but just make sure that as you add water, obviously it's going to dilute your food, so your seasoning has to be adjusted accordingly. So every stage that you add more water, just make sure that you taste it so that it hasn't gone bland. And yeah, the most important addition to this food is lemon juice. So make sure that you do add quite a bit of lemon juice to it to bring it to life, because of the acidity and the texture of the beans. It really makes a good accompaniment. Other than that, the beans that you can use for this dish are pinto beans or white beans, basically any type of bean that is bigger in size, because small beans tend to get mushy really quickly, but if you have bigger beans they hold their shape, so your stew would look good and doesn't turn into like a mushy mess. And other than that, I can't think of anything else. Enjoy. I hope you liked today's tutorial. Thank you.